Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Movie Moments. Today we will be examining a scene near the end of the Oscar-nominated film Conclave, a fictional drama that follows the election of a new pope amidst a divided Vatican as politics, secrets, and hidden rivalries reveal themselves among the College of Cardinals. This is a riveting film that did a phenomenal job holding my attention during what might otherwise be a seamless, boring process. From a cinematic point of view, this film was beautiful to watch. But what impacted me the most was a speech near the end by Cardinal Benitez, played by Carlos Diaz. The Vatican has just become a target of a terrorist attack, one that obviously creates fear and confusion in the hearts of the cardinals present. It's also an attack that quickly gets used for political gain, as the factions within the conclave argue over how to best respond. But this is where Cardinal Benitez steps in, offering a calm, balanced alternative. What is it, he says, do you think we are fighting? Is it the men outside who are carrying out these terrible deeds? No, my brothers, the thing we are fighting is here, inside each and every one of us. For if we give in to the hate now and speak of sides instead of speaking for every man and woman, then we show ourselves to be the petty men we seem to have become. For up until this point, we have been concerned only with ourselves, with Rome, with these elections, and with power. But these things are not the church. The church is not tradition. The church is not the past. The church is what we do next. Whew, so good. The church is what we do next. And so timely, as this is a line I would suggest proves true in almost any facet of life. It's so easy to get caught up in the noise of what this side is doing or what that side is doing, whether we're talking about the church, politics, the media, the workplace, or even inside our own homes. It's commonplace to get sidetracked by our own agendas and forget that we share all these spaces with others, some of whom we don't always agree with, but who, in the end, are still people. In the Christian tradition, there's this passage in the scripture that says, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against authorities of an unseen world." It's the author's way of saying there's wisdom in being able to separate the person from the problem. In this film, the writers essentially do the same thing by redirecting the attention onto the cardinals themselves. The thing we are fighting is here, he says. In either case, what the writers of both texts highlight is the importance of responding to our problems in ways that look beyond our traditional tendency to blame the opposition. They challenge us to avoid division and instead seek out common ground. It's a call to solve things creatively, which, if I'm being honest, is really hard to do. After all, it's always easier to simply blame the enemy rather than do the hard work of looking in or around to see what other solutions may exist. But in doing so, do we risk becoming petty? Don't we simply end up becoming the thing we adamantly oppose? Our response a reflection of that which we most reject? At which point are we contributing to the problem rather than becoming part of the solution? And in an effort to protect one thing, are we perhaps losing something greater? To be sure, there is plenty worth fighting for. I'm just not so sure we're always fighting the right fronts. I'm not so sure how we tend to handle things is leading to a brighter future. And if a brighter future is the goal, which I'm certain it is, then as Cardinal Benitez indicates, our focus must be less on what's been done and more on what we do next. For that is where our future lies. My challenge to you today is to try it. Try it right where you live. When you're tempted to simply point the finger, pause and think, is there more going on than meets the eye? Am I somehow contributing to what I'm experiencing? And in my rashness to react, is there a way forward that I may have yet to consider? May these questions prove to change you, as this movie moment has changed me. Thanks for watching Movie Moments. We'll see you next time.